in here we can just drop this. I mean, not drop really, just hide it so we can work on one thing. In here you can do this. So yeah. Right, and then here in the other box, we can first start by writing something like this. Div.text 3xl, in here category list. Right, next, let's add another div. Let's add flex col gap 3 gap y and margin. All right, now if we click enter, inside here we're going to add another PHP functions for each loop for PHP. For each categories, as category. And inside here we're going to have another two more if statements, if else. Here, if our looped category has got children, then actually, matter of fact, let us wrap this inside a count. So here, write count, open bracket, and close. Inside here, wrap it there. Here we're going to check if the number of children is not equals to 0, then it has children. All right, and then here let us add another element, else. All right, so if this current category has a child, we can write this code: div.font semi-bold my2 dot hover. No, this won't work. In here, emet is limited in this situation. Let's add text xl dot relative cursor pointer. Now let us add a hover now. Hover text blue 500. All right, now let us add a name, category name. All right, next under here we're going to have one more thing. Let's add a div.e padding 2 my3 grid. How many columns? No, row. Let's make a row. Grid rows 2. We want it to go down, not left or right. Then grid flow. Right now I just want to write all the code so we can check it later and check for some errors. So just say with me 3. Here we're gonna check another for each, another if function, add if, yes, if category children, then we're gonna loop through the child, the first level of the child. Here at for each category children. Now we're getting all the category children that belong to this category as child. All right, here we're gonna add a div padding left. Let's push it a little bit to the left, and border comma key 1 rounded medium background gray 50. All right, next let's add another div relative dot font medium. In here we're going to add the category name, the child name. All right, so right now let's just rearrange this so it can look okay. All right, it's been rearranged. All right, now let us just wrap another div element here. Div dot background white border dot rounded medium. All right, we can just copy this and paste it before else statement here. All right, now let us just add here one more CSS code so we can see what we're working with. So in here, basically the same thing. So here div dot relative width auto dot background white dot background padding 2 here dot cursor pointer font semi-bold text XL. Inside here we're gonna add the category name, which is coming from this loop. So all of this if statement is wrapped inside the for each loop like that. So now if we go back, hopefully there's no error. If we refresh this page and we have an error somewhere here, okay, that's a typo. Where exactly? Down here, category. If we refresh, and now we have something like this. Oh, we have the categories, of course, but we have to arrange this in a very proper way. So in here we can add here flex col. All right, perfect. Now it's looking much better like that. Now we have this home tools, which is here home tools, and kitchen is falling under the home since it's a parent, just like here, and tools, the screwdriver, is falling under the parent tools, just as we added. And then we are also adding the kitchen here and the screwdriver. So right now this is just a basic example of how it's gonna be. Let us now work on it to advance it more. So for that we have to go back. In here we can add a border and then rounded medium. Refresh. All right, now it's looking much better now. All right, in here if you can see we are creating home, kitchen, and then it's showing double here, so we don't want it to show double here. So we're gonna have to limit this so we can query only the parents in the first query, so that we can go down the tree like that. Let us just add a few simple code here. In here just before we do that, in the job here, just add a padding of 2. In here, we're gonna have to limit this to where parent ID is equals to. Now this way we're only gonna call the parent and then go down to all his children's and then also children of his children's. So if we refresh, now this should go. Voila. Now we have a perfect tree view which is showing the first level category. And now we have to, like, because we can assign this to more children like that, now we have to advance it so we can, view all the children that it has under. Because right now, if I add something like bedroom, parent is home. If I create category created, if we refresh, see we have a bedroom here. And then let me try to add one more feature here, saying in the home, we have a category called outdoor. Can I have children? Yes. Parent, home. If I add this category to be created, this outdoor, I'll try to add another child to this outdoor right here. I'll add something like garden. Can I have children? No. And the parent is outdoor, which belongs to the home. Category created. If I refresh, you see it's not showing here. Why? Because we have not yet looped deep into its children. That's what we're going to work on next. So here, let's go back